Nadia Lima on Instagram, Ravelry, and sometimes TikTok. And this is my Italian slash English knitting podcast, Knitting in Italy. Welcome. How are you? I hope you are doing fine. I had a lovely end of January and a good start to the month. I'm doing generally good, not too good, because you cannot say that you are too good. It's bad luck. I did quite some knitting. I looked back and I said, oh, I did quite a lot this month, and I'm going to show you. So let's start with my finished objects. And the first finished object, it's not here because it was flying to Sweden recently. It was a pair of socks. I completely screwed up the pattern, but it was just the stitch pattern. It was not crucial to the construction, so they turned out okay. And we had these friends that are living in Sweden that were coming to visit, and since they had only cabin luggage, I was not able to give them anything of food or drink to come back with them on the plane. So I give them some knitted stuff, so, also because it's of course very cold in Sweden, so some real wool, it's always a pleasure. So I gave them two sweaters, one that was the Ridari, one that was a drops pattern that was absolutely nice, but me and my husband, we were not wearing these sweaters. The Ridari, I used to wear the Ridari a lot, but recently I was not doing it because I saw that it was too oversized. I was originally knitting it for my husband, but the Let Loppy was too scratchy for him, so I grabbed it, and it was my lockdown sweater. I lived in it most of the winter lockdowns that we had in the past. So I was happy to pass it on to someone that was actually going to fit it properly, and it was a success. It was much appreciated. And so these socks that were a finished object of mine, they were just going to Sweden. But I have a very important finished object that is my twist and turns 2022. It's done. I did a bit of a reduced version following the example of Lavagna Petricella. So yeah, here it is. Sorry, the cat was knocking on my door. Here it is. I'm very, very happy. It wears perfectly, and I would like to say that Stephen West, he did it again. The devil, he did it. Amazing. I have to say that I did not enjoy the process of knitting this as much as I enjoyed the previous one, but the result, I love it. I wear it almost every day. I carry it with me in a bag. I used a very good combination of yarns, because this is the ochre color is Shetland, and this kind of pinkish is Bukla Laine, that is a mix of wool and Angora yarn. And this is Kauni. Kauni is basically Shetland. Sorry, Shetland people, but this is my opinion. It's very, very similar. And so this is very light. When I blocked it, it used to look really huge, but after the stretch, it was a little bit coming back to a normal size. So it's very, very wearable. I love the colors. yeah, the process, it was not as enjoyable as the previous, but in the end, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this project. The wool smells amazing, and yeah, brilliant. I say that more than twists and turns, I could call mine, stripes variations, because I feel like that these are, just different kind of stripes of different size and shape combined. I love it. I wear it constantly. So yeah, full marks. Then I have my Nordisca that, yeah, I was recording the Italian podcast previously, so I have all my things here. Usually when I do the Italian, I never have all my stuff near. But then the English is much smoother because I already remember and collected all the things. Nordisca, it's here. It's still a bit wet from blocking. It still needs some time to dry up. This is a pattern, very popular pattern by Caitlin Hunter. I made it with Amore from Borgo dei Pazzi. Amore is a recycled yarn. Here I have a bit of an issue here in the V-neck, but when it's going to be dry and when it's going to be blocked and I will wave in the ends, it's going to come, together perfectly. I loved it. I was a bit worried that it was going to be a bit small, on the smaller size, but with the washing and blocking, it came out perfectly. Amore is a yarn that tends to bloom, so now it's really the perfect size, and I cannot wait to wear it. It was a project that I wanted to make for years. Yeah, I'm also very happy that I did full swatch. I actually made a cap as a swatch sample. This is a technique that I learned from Elizabeth Zimmerman book, Knitting Workshop, and I think it's the best way to swatch if you are not very sure about the pattern, you are not very sure about the yarn. Maybe it's a yarn that you are not used to, or it's a different gauge from what you are usually knitting. And you get something useful out of the swatch. You are able to swatch in the round, and yeah, it's a bit longer, but it delivers the result very, very well. And then you have a nice matching hat to go with your sweater, so it's that is a plus as well. So coming to my work in progress list. Where are my socks? Very messy. Oh, here they are. Yeah, I'm not very tidy, so they were camouflaging themselves in the in the pile that I have on my side. So these are spotty socks by Lovecrafts. It's a free pattern that you can find on the Lovecraft website, but the link on the Ravelry page is broken. The pattern is not there anymore, but if you use the search bar, you will find it inputting spotty socks. On my Ravelry page you can find the link. I put it there for my personal reference and also for everyone that needs it. These are a very fun way to use variegated yarns. I'm using this Shoppewolle ball. Shoppewolle, it's a lot of fun. It's a German brand. I don't know if you can see it. And this is Retrosaria mondim. I'm not seeing any particular issue in mixing pure wool, 100% wool, and 25 acrylic, 75 wool. I don't see any problem with that. I just did, and I feel that this kind, I'm not very happy when I do just patterned yarn. I feel that is a bit too much. I always like to just put them with a neutral color, and this is making them both go nice. I mean, I prefer it this way. This is not color work, this is mosaic knitting, so you work every round with just one color, yet you are creating a double layer of knitting inside. I'm working with 2.25 needles. I usually use 2.50 millimeters. And I did this because I made in the past some slip stitch patterned socks, and in the end they were a bit loose for my taste, so I decided to just go down, and yeah, I think they are nice and firm, just like socks should be. And yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is my subway project as I'm commuting to work. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see that almost every day when I go to the office, I have a progression picture in my stories of these socks and the subway landscape of Milano. Then I have to confess my sins as a knitter. Yeah, I was a bit arrogant. I don't know if you're familiar with the Greek concept of hubris, but it fits perfectly, in our little lives. So I want to make the spotty spot. It's always a spot in my knitting world at the moment, by Anna Wenzel, the child version. So here is my swatch, and yeah, I did a flat swatch. I said just a few moments ago that I want to make always round swatches, but on my behalf I can say that the first section of this sweater is knitted flat, so yeah, I did a flat swatch. And this I did some color tries, swatch, and yeah, of course I'm going with the blue. But yesterday, it was Friday night, I was completely spent because I was at the Abilmente Fair, and I was working all day. I came back home, I took a shower, I had my dinner, and I was in bed, and we decided to put on a movie with my husband, and I started knitting this sweater. I could choose a mindless project. Here is my result for the moment. I have to unravel this, I have to frog this, because yeah, something is very wrong. It's not working. I know that there are tutorials online on Anne Wetzel channel. I will follow them. I hope that they work also for the child version. And yeah, so this was a bit of a failure. I could, for example, work on my mindless project. It's this very simple ribbed hat by Pearl Saw, just begun. It would be like the perfect project, but no, I had, to just go with the very complicated pattern as I was very tired. I guess I learned my lesson. Maybe I learned it, maybe not. You will never know. Anyway, I'm making this with the cashmere and wool blend that I bought. I don't even remember how many years ago. It's this lovely camel brown coffee color. And it looks a bit ropey and not so soft, but with this kind of cashmere blends, they give their best after they are washed. So I'm very confident that this will come out very soft in the end. Then I have some yarn acquisition, not much, I promise. So I went to Florence to visit Hayley Hodge, artist Hayley Hodge. She's an amazing person and also a knitwear and crochet designer. And she has a studio, art studio and design studio in Florence. I absolutely recommend to participate in her activities if you come to Italy and Florence in particular. So she gave me this bunch of Borgo de Pazzi, sorry, Nike yarn. The colors are a bit funny because these are, dyeing samples. So these are not the colors that you will find in the color collection of this yarn. This yarn is 50% wool, 38% bamboo, so viscose, and 12% baby camel. I think these they come in 50 gram skein, and you can work them with the 4.5 millimeter hook or needles. And yeah, it's a lovely yarn. It's very soft, and I have, I love this combination, this palette that just, came so naturally with what she gave me. I'm thinking, as I will understand how to start the spot sweater, I will make one also for my younger girl, Alice. So one for the bigger one and one for the younger one. But I'm open to suggestions. I'm thinking anyway, stripes or, very simple color work could work with this kind of yarn. So yeah, I think that's all for my February Knitting in Italy episode. I hope to see you soon, and have a nice weekend, have a nice knitting time, and I will see you very soon next month. Bye bye.